I am Felipe.
I am Renee.
And I am Mariana.
We are fortunate enough to have studied abroad.
We face challenges to reach our dreams.
And like us, many others have taken the risk.
This space is for all of us to share our tales,
our experiences, and our victories.
This is our international path. Hello guys, I hope you're having a great day, and if not, we are here to cheer you up. We are back. As you know, last time we tried to explain our new format and the type of episodes that you are going to be hearing now. So today we are going to talk about a celebration or a party that it's made like in any country, in a random country. This time we know the country we are talking about and the celebration. And yeah, Marianne is going to talk more about it. So I hope you like it.
Yes, hello guys. So this month we chose to talk about Fastnacht. As I mentioned in like the previous episodes, I lived for 3 years in Switzerland, and there I got to know what Fastnacht is. So when I arrived around in fall, and when February came, they were mentioning a lot about Fastnacht, that if we were ready for it. And I was like, ready for it? Then when we were like going out for a stroll with my friends, we saw like all the stores had these masks. Like it looked like it was kind of Halloween. And we're like, what is this? It looks a bit scary. We're like, okay, we have no clue until we asked in the reception what was going on. They said that Fastnacht was coming. We're like, okay, what is that? So I looked it up, and it's this celebration. It's related to religion, actually. And it's before Ash Wednesday. Like, there, like, after Ash Wednesday, you're not supposed to eat meat or drink alcohol or any of those stuff. So that's why they do like a party before that. And it's like 5 days. It started on Thursday at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. in the morning. It started with a celebration. There's a boat in the lake, and it's a parade, and it's every day, the whole day. And it was interesting having class and listening to all the music, waking up and hearing already the bands are playing. And
so wait, like it's like, how long is it? It's like 1 week or?
it was 5 days.
Oh, yeah, kind of 1 week, right?
Yeah, almost.
So,
And
that's a very long
yeah.
celebration.
Yes,
But
it's
sounds interesting.
And it's more interesting when you have to go outside, because usually we used to go out and see what was happening. You saw these huge cars and people dressed up with masks playing music, and also the spectators around there, they were all wearing costumes. And we went out, I remember, on Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and all the streets are a party. Everywhere's a party. They're selling alcohol, they're singing, they're dancing. It's so crowded. It's a party for everyone, everybody there. It was a lot of fun. You saw a lot of confetti. I think it's the same wording.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. The floor is covered with it. And I find it really interesting because, like, it's a really big thing for these Swiss people. They do it mostly in the German part, because it's also greatly celebrated in Germany. But it has some different names. Some even call it Karneval.
Fasching.
And sorry?
Fasching.
Oh yeah, that also. And yeah, I find it great, but also I had a friend which was more religious, like Catholic, and she thought that it was like bad to celebrate
Disrespectful.
it, like it was
Oh
again,
yeah, it's a
yeah,
pagan celebration, right?
pagan,
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah. Like in the future, we are gonna talk more about that, like with a movie. But yeah, like it's a very interesting topic, like pagan celebrations, because like it's everything that has to be. It's like a celebration, but it doesn't involve God, or it involves other gods, or everything that it's outside from the Catholic or Christian church. But yeah, it's
Judeo-Christian.
it's very interesting.
Yeah. So
yeah,
Felipe was talking about like that being a really long celebration, and we're talking about being like a not super religious um, tradition, and that reminded me of this thing we have in Mexico called Guadalupe Reyes. I don't know if you guys know what that is. No?
Yeah, I've heard about it, but
Yeah,
have
so
I?
Guadalupe Reyes is this super long, I think it's 40-day party where
Oh
people
yeah.
just get trashed. So it's from December 12th to January 6th. So Guadalupe, the Day of the Virgin of Guadalupe is on December 12th. And then the Dia de Reyes is on January 6th. So during that period, people just drink and drink and drink. So that's also a really long tradition that we're just thinking about. Don't know why.
And that's why Mexico.
yes, that was actually really really long.
So yeah, that's why the pandemic is going so bad in Mexico. Okay. But yeah,
But
like,
also what
well, sorry.
sorry, but what is also really interesting about this celebration is that in Switzerland, the biggest one is done in Basel. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to that one. I only went 2 times in Lucerne and once in Brig, which is pretty different because in Brig it wasn't that big, but there were also people dressed up and there were like a lot of small clubs all around the street, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun that night or those nights. But I heard that Basel is even bigger, and like it affects their lives if you're living in that city because it will take you forever to walk somewhere if you're in the old town. Like I remember with one of my friends, we went outside. I don't know if to look to something or just for a walk, and it was really sunny, and there was a lot of people outside, and we couldn't walk. Everywhere was really crowded, and the streets were blocked. And I got so frustrated because we were like 45 minutes outside and we couldn't move. And I was like, oh, I shouldn't come out. I shouldn't come out. It's a lot. So
Yeah, I get it. Like, even like I remember one time I went to San Miguel de Allende in Mexico to the like September 15 or 16. I don't remember which one is it. But like the Independence Day. Is it the
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Independence Day or the Revolution? I don't know. The point is that I'm
Cinco de
sorry.
Mayo, Felipe. Cinco de Mayo.
No, it's not
Very
Cinco de
Mexican
Mayo.
day.
Yeah, the point is that it's like a very Mexican celebration. Like it's our Independence Day. So
September
in,
16th, not
in
Cinco de
San
Mayo.
Miguel de Allende, it's like they have like this huge cathedral in the like literally in the center of the town, and they really celebrate there. Like they really make it a big deal because one of the most important people there, Allende, well, like one of the most important person in our history, in Mexican history, lived there, right? Like right in front of the cathedral. It's like Allende. So they make this huge celebration, and I just remember like how many people were there. Like it's very fun. I'm not gonna lie, but it gets like so crowded that you don't even enjoy it. Like I can relate to you, like at that moment. But yeah, it's still like a very like the folklore and all of that. Like it's very fun and very beautiful to see.
Yeah, that's true. Like all these celebrations are fun until there's a lot of people, and then you're like, okay, I just want to go home. But in this case, I think it's a great thing that they keep celebrating this because it's also like a way. I read that they like scare the winter spirits away and welcome spring. Like every year, it's on a different date. Like it's not like, as you said, like 16th of September. Like it depends on the week in February. It can be
Oh,
between February and March even. And I think it's pretty cool that they're doing this because it also goes like from generation to generation. They keep sharing the same customs. They're really, really elaborated, and everything just gets passed through. And I think this is really amazing. I'm happy that I got to live that, and that's why I wanted to share it with you because me and also all my friends that we were from different countries, we enjoyed we enjoyed it, and we enjoyed being part of this Swiss German tradition.
I think we need to do that here in Canada to scare the winter spirit because winter starts sometimes in October and ends till June sometimes. So we kind of need that.
And you know what to do.
I'll
So
culture it up. I'll tell him.
so yes, guys, it was all that I wanted to talk about today. This is the topic of the week, and I got to share my experience with you.
Wait, you said that they used like they wore masks, right? Like scary mask or
Yes,
like so could it be like Halloween V2?
not like Halloween. It's a different kind of mask. Let me see if I can.
it's a more traditional, right?
Guys,
Like it's handmade.
yes, I think yeah, it should be hand. It looks pretty handmade to me.
Yeah, like I had to make a little bit of research of it because I modeled something like for my portfolio based on that, like on the masks and everything.
Okay, check this out. I'm gonna share screen so you can see. Like these are the masks that I'm talking about. Like it's not as scary
Oh.
as like this evil clown covered in blood, but they're just like a different kind of clowns. They're like making it's like a parody of um, life, or they also about their politics and stuff
Well,
like that.
what I
Certain
read
characters.
online was that like it's supposed to be like about politicians and stuff like that. Like
Some
they
of
also
them,
have like little words like talking about like their local it's like local jokes but about like things that happen in their country, well, like in their little
yeah,
provinces, like
Fastnacht
mocking
done.
their governors and stuff like that. And that's why in German it's called like Carnival. Like everyone has heard about the carnivals, right? Like with the
Mhm.
Joker and stuff like that. Not the Joker
The
from Batman.
buffoons.
The Joker from
The
medieval time.
buffoon.
It was supposed to be like to mock the governors in that time were like the kings and stuff like that. Nowadays it's like I don't know the president or prime minister. I don't know what they have there.
Depends on the country.
yeah.
But yeah,
So
it's very interesting and I find it very beautiful. Like
Mm.
to have a tradition to mock like your governors. Like it's like a good thing.
yeah, it's like freedom of speech out there.
Yeah, and it's like a very
No one knows
artistic
who
way
you are. So.
to mock them. Like it's not just talking; it's like representing them like with a mask or something like that, and helping the community, like keeping a little tradition. Like that's pretty cool. in my opinion.
Yes, I agree. And yeah, everyone just takes advantage of it. They sell beer and wine, the Gluckwein, the warm wine. They sell food, hamburgers. I actually encountered one small like food truck of Mexican food, and it was decorated as Day of the Dead, all black. The people there were wearing like this skull makeup and the costumes.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
yeah, like selling burritos, kind of tacos and
Oh,
stuff like that.
so Mexican.
Yeah, I'm like, well, yeah, like I saw people dress up as several things. Like I saw one, like a couple dressed as like peanut butter and jelly toast. There were people dressed as Mexican people. That I was like, okay,
So like you?
like all right. I'm Mexican. I'm not dressed like that, but okay. And others they went like a little bit further, but it's nice. They enjoyed it, and I did too. Like everything's open. You can just go anywhere, crash and be like partying, listening to music, dancing and all.
That's
Are
cool.
they doing
They
this?
were also open and friendly. It was great. We all had a really good time.
Do you know if Fastnacht is happening this year? Don't think so, right?
What I could read, they said that probably not.
It's,
COVID, you know.
It's all Felipe's fault.
Well,
It's sad. But yeah, it was supposed to happen. I think the 20th something of
did it
February.
happen last year, or did they cancel?
Yes,
Yeah.
last year it did.
It was like
Yeah.
a month
Yeah.
before everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was before someone ate a fucking bat.
Hey,
Or before that
no.
virus came to Switzerland. Yeah. Yeah, I want to go back to Lucerne to Fastnacht, but I think I had class and it was too far, so I just stayed in Brieg, and it was fun. It was fun. I didn't party that hard those days. I don't know what, but I didn't go.
Mariana the drunk. I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, like I came back early, like at 1 or 2. I didn't stay up too late.
Mm-hmm.
Very early.
That's early.
I'm kidding. So yep. What did you guys did this week? Like, do you have any?
Well, before we go into that, I want to know if like our listeners have any other celebration like this. Because I talk about Guadalupe Reyes, we're talking about Fastnacht, but like, do you have any other like traditions or things that you, your family, your city, your country does? Like to scare like the winter spirits or like to bring rain or something? I don't know, that would be interesting to read. Maybe we can talk about that in the future.
Yeah, it would be good to know. Please let us know.
Yeah, so back with Felipe.
And I will move on. And we'll close with this. What did you guys did interesting this week?
Do you want to go first, Rene? Or
You go first.
You go, Felipe.
so, what I did this week, like my highlight, it's that I watched this movie. It's called Mr. Death. It's by Errol Morris. It's like an anthropologist that likes to make cinema as well. And in every movie, he takes like different topics. Like in some of them, he talks about war. Some of them, he talks about death. Some of them, like, it's very weird. In this movie in specific, like Mr. Death, he talks about our perception of history and how it can be molded by people and how it can have like two paths. Let me share very quick, like,
The screen.
so it's this one, Mr. Dead by Errol Morris, The Rise and Fall of Fred A. Lapcher. So this guy, it's he works as he builds like machines for killing people,
Like
like
torture
electric
machines.
chairs and gas chambers, stuff like that, like for prisons and things like that. So
In the States.
yeah, so the documental starts by following his story, like how he got there, like to the point of just searching like for, well, like working for the state, like for the US, helping them with the prison killing machines. And everything turns around when a white supremacist group in UK hires him to check out the gas chambers from what's the name of this place? Shit.
Auschwitz?
Yeah, Auschwitz. And to see if it was possible to have like, wait. Vamos a repetir eso, güey, porque sí me veo bien pendejo. A ver. Es que estoy repitiendo muchas cosas. A ver, de nuevo.
Solo dice trata este güey y ya.
Sí, es que, perdón, güey. Tiene yesita. A ver, una, dos, tres. A ver, desde el inicio o qué show. ¿Desde dónde?
¿Tú?
Ok.
Empieza desde ahí sin otra vez, ¿no?
¿Desde dónde?
Mariana, tú eres la
Dice,
directora.
I watched this movie y ya.
Ah, ok. I watched this movie, Mr. Death. Mariana.
A ver ya, Felipe.
Una, dos. ¿Ya estás grabando o...?
Simón.
Ah, pues avisa, compa. So, I watched this movie. It's Mr. Death, The Rise and Fall of Fred Leudich by Errol Morris.
Ahorita.
So, it talks about, like, a guy that is hired by the US government, like, to repair and create, like, deadly machines, like electric chairs, gas chambers, deadly... what's the name of this? Deadly vaccines, or I don't know, like, the death penalty. And one day, a white supremacist group hires him to prove the innocence of one of the white supremacists, because he said in a paper that the Holocaust was a hoax, right? And that the gas chambers in Auschwitz were not true, right? Like 6 million were false. So he takes a filmmaker from Toronto, and he flies all the way to Germany. He extracts illegally like some pieces of brick and stuff like that to prove like if it has like a little bit of cyanide, or what's the name of that? Well, like if they were poisoned, like he tries to figure out if like the infrastructure and everything would be able to have like gas chambers. And it's very interesting. I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but it's very interesting how it evolves. Like, I really recommend this movie.
All right.
What about you, Mariana?
Well, I finished watching Winx, a new live action series called Fate. I mean, when I was little, I wasn't like a huge Winx fan. Like, I watch occasional episodes and I liked it. So I was like, okay, it would be nice to have the live action. And in my opinion, it was good. Like, I cannot really relate it to the actual cartoon because I didn't watch it all. But it's nice. I like the story. I like what
Winx was the one about the fairies, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. I used to watch it with my cousin, like my girl cousin.
You liked it?
It wasn't that bad.
It was interesting. Like, the characters, they were like very interesting when I was young. Like, I was like, ooh, what is that?
Oh, that kind of
like,
interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, I never watch it like by my own. Like, oh, I want to watch Winx. No, but when I used to watch it, I was like,
Winx.
This one it's interesting. I like this fairy. But, yeah, like I grew up. I don't like fairies anymore.
Did you actually grow up?
But yeah, I just finished it yesterday. I would recommend it. I think it's entertaining. I would watch the second season. So yeah, that. And I also started with reading a new book. It's called, like, it's pretty famous one, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but anyways, my book is here, but my background is shit, so you cannot see it. So I can show it to you. You're gonna see. um, 1 second. It's this one, The Art of War, pretty famous. And yeah, I thought it would give you like full like strategies right away, but no, it has like a 70 pages introduction about China, about their beliefs and their like politics system and their army and stuff like that. So I just got past that. I'm a little bit more than half about to finish it. Yeah, this background is not for me. Just to ignore it. And
If you're watching on
That's-
YouTube, of course.
yeah, if not, then you're missing it. That's why you should watch it on YouTube too. What about you, Rene?
Yeah, so I'm gonna cry. I got this book. You can actually see it here on YouTube.
Got lost in the background for a second.
Yeah, so it's called The City of Vapor, and it's like a collection of short books that the author was working on before he died. He had cancer, and I remember one day, like I was like, oh, I wonder what he's doing. Like I didn't know, nobody knew he was sick. He had cancer. He wrote like a really good saga, like 4 books. They're like so good. And then I remember when they was thinking, oh, I wonder how he's doing with the pandemic, because he lived in Spain and in LA, so it's like both are like not good places to be right now with COVID. And then like the next morning he was dead, and it was really sad. And apparently he was working on this book, and it's really sad because like the first tale is about like one of the most important characters in that saga that I told you. So yeah, it's kind of sad. Like it's really good, but like it makes me sad that it's the last book. And even the editor wrote like a note. He's like, yeah, this is the last, and unfortunately, I wish it wasn't book from him. And it's like, oh yikes. So
Wait, is he dead? Or
yeah.
yeah.
The author's name? You forgot to say it.
Hmm?
You forgot to say the author's name.
Carlos Ruiz Zafón.
Yes.
Or better,
I
if
also
Carlos Ruiz Zafón.
was- yeah. So sad.
I think I have pretty much all of his books except for one. So
Which one are you missing?
Marina.
Oh.
Not Mariana, Marina, the book.
Yeah,
You
I
get
guess
one with my name.
that would be the end of this episode. Like, let us know if you guys have like your highlights of the week or something like that.
Yeah. You can tag us on Instagram stories, like telling us like what your highlight of the week is, and then we can share it with other followers to build
Yeah,
a
you can
community.
recommend some movies or some books. I don't know, some
Yeah.
YouTube videos even.
So remember, we
Yeah, I
have
need-
our third week is movie night, right? Movie time.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
So
in
you
our
can- you
next
can-
episode, we're gonna talk about like love and our perception about it. Like our second episode of every week, I mean every month, it's gonna be about like subjective topics, like something that we can like pull a thread on, like love, food. We already talked about that, but yeah, our next episode, because it's February, it's gonna be about love and how we have different perceptions. Like Renee, Mariana, and I, we haven't talked about this topic yet, like before, even in our casual conversations. So it's gonna be very interesting, like to see how we think about love and how we think we get it and how we give it. So yeah, I hope you like the. I'm very excited for the next one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I hope you like this one. If not, like let us know in a comment. Like
Do
if
this
you
to
like
make it
it,
better.
let us know. And if you don't, just tell
give us
us. Don't
feedback.
be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's for free. Right now, it's for free. We don't know if YouTube is gonna charge us next time, like for comments and likes. So use this section to tell us what you think, please.
Anyway, so
There you go.
you can also like tell us what movies to watch, or if you want to be a guest, maybe you qualify as an interesting person. You can come. Maybe. I'm kidding. But like, if you want to come, like, tell us, and we'll make room. So yeah,
You have to
Felipe.
speak English, obviously, because some people, most of our audience, is from Mexico, right?
No, it's mostly from Canada, the States, then Mexico. Then we have people from Switzerland, Vietnam, and I think the Czech Republic. Those are the countries that listen to us the most.
Czech Republic.
I know.
That person from Czech Republic
Has
we
to
need talk
come.
with you. We need
Yeah.
to talk with you. I want to talk with you. I don't know if you're a girl or a boy, but I need to talk with you.
It doesn't matter. We just want to talk to you.
Yeah. So you know who you are, or they know who you are. Is it one or more than one?
I don't know. It just says like you have so many reproductions from there. So I could assume it's one person listening to 23 episodes, or like multiple people
Okay,
listening to
Czech
23
Republic.
episodes.
You need to contact us, okay? This is a message specifically for you, from me to you, okay? So after this episode, you need to take your phone and contact us, okay? Okay. Thank you.
All right, guys. So that's it for today. This week's episode.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.